Welcome back, guys. Rise Up 44 here on Nalio Gaming, playing The Division on PlayStation 4. Today is August 5th, 2016, and well, since it's a Friday, I'm going to do my weekly vendor reset video. Now, this week's also special for PlayStation gamers because the Underground DLC arrived on Tuesday for PlayStation 4. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and see what the special equipment vendors have. And I hear there's a new vendor down in the Underground section as well. Right here in the terminal, we have our special equipment vendor, and we'll see what he has. Of course, he has his Historian, and it has Prepared, Intense, and Harmful. Let's see, 204 Gearscore, 680 Phoenix credits, 74,081 DPS, 45.7 thousand damage, plus 155% headshot damage. Next up, we have a 204 Gearscore Classic RPK 74 for 629 Phoenix credits. This has 66,316 DPS, 7,226 damage, plus 27% damage to targets out of cover, just like all LMGs do now. This one has Competent, Sustained, and Dominant. And next up, we have an AUG A3 Para XS. It's a 204 Gearscore for 633 Phoenix credits, 68,566 DPS, 8,963 damage, plus 46% critical hit damage. This one has Adept, Vicious, and Deadly. Now, only if this was a 229, Vicious, Deadly, you could re-roll Adept, and this might be the perfect AUG. It's a shame that they nerfed the AUGs, though. A while back, this would be awesome to get. But anyways, we're moving on. We're not doing 182s anymore, and it doesn't seem like anything else is worth pointing out here that we haven't already picked up or talked about. So moving on over here to the Blueprint vendor, let's just check real quick to see if there's anything new here. Let's see. I am not seeing anything new worth talking about. Nope, nothing new here at the Blueprint vendor. So let's go ahead and check out this new vendor down in the Underground, the new DLC area. Head down in the elevator, and we'll see what he's got. Alright, so we're arriving here down in the Underground. As you see here, a lot of things are new. Pretty cool. And our new Underground vendor is right here on the right. And let's see what he has available. And he has a PP19, 229 Gearscore. You do have to be ranked 40 in the Underground for 888 Phoenix credits, for 86,954 DPS, 9,493 damage. This one has Swift, Capable, and Hurried. And it also has plus 36% critical hit damage. Next up, we have a G36C. This one's a 204 Gearscore. You gotta be ranked 20 in the Underground. 718 Phoenix credits. This one has 80,669 DPS with 8,738 damage. And this one has Intense, Swift, and Focused. And the others I'm not going over because they're too low Gearscore, and I'm just not going over those anymore. I wanted to mention that this vendor also has some high-end blueprints, which you're definitely going to want to check out. So first up, he has the new Firecrest Kneepads blueprint for 702 Phoenix credits, 268 Gearscore. You got to be ranked 40 though in the Underground. Definitely after you grind that out, these are going to be ones you're going to want to pick up if you have the Phoenix credits. Next up is the blind set Kneepad blueprint, also 268 Gearscore. Got to be ranked 40 in the Underground, 698 Phoenix credits. Next we have a PP19 blueprint for 467 Phoenix credits, 204 Gearscore. Got to be ranked 30. Next is a surplus Svd Blueprint, 204 Gearscore, 500 Phoenix credits, got to be ranked 30 in the underground. Then we have a Firecrest Kneepads Blueprint, 240 Gearscore, 510 Phoenix credits, got to be ranked 30 in the underground. Next is Blind Kneepads Blueprint, 240 Gearscore, 500 Phoenix credits, got to be ranked 30. Then we have a Military G36 Blueprint, 204 Gearscore, 542 Phoenix credits, got to be ranked 20. Next up is an X45 Blueprint, 376 Phoenix credits, 204 Gearscore, got to be ranked 20. And then we have a Blind Weapon Coupling Holster Blueprint, 240 Gearscore, 503 Phoenix credits, got to be ranked 20. Then we have a Firecrest Distribution Holster Blueprint, 240 Gearscore, 503 Phoenix credits, got to be ranked 20. We have Blind Kneepads Blueprint, 214 Gearscore, 331 Phoenix credits. And you know what? I'm actually not going to go over the 214s. Everybody's going to be saving up and trying to go for the 240 or 268s, and I just don't feel that it's worth going over the 214s anymore. I mean, I will tell you there is what there is. There's a Blind Kneepads Blueprint, 214 gear set, Firecrest Kneepads Blueprint, a Firecrest Distribution Holster for 214 Gearscore, and a Blind Weapon Coupling Holster at 214. And they're all right around 300 Phoenix credits. But that's really it. I'm not going to go into detail on the 214s anymore, just like I stopped doing the 182s a little while ago. So that's it for this new underground vendor here in the new area for the underground DLC. And next up, we're going to head upstairs. His Historian. This one has Prepared, Intense, and Harmful. Let's see, 204 Gearscore, 679 Phoenix credits, 71,424 DPS, 45.1 thousand damage, plus 148 headshot damage. Next up is a Military M9. That's 204 Gearscore, 507 Phoenix credits, 51,722 DPS, 8,109 damage. This one has Expert and Unforgiving. Next is a 204 Gearscore, MP5 ST, 632 Phoenix credits, 71,173 DPS, 8,373 damage, plus 39% critical hit damage. This one has Unforgiving, Dominant, and Accurate. Let's see, that is going to be it for the special equipment vendor here in the base of operations. Now the last vendor is going to be in DZ3. Like I've said before, I no longer go up to DZ5 safe room. It's just not worth my time. They do have the level 32 extended mag. If I do find out that anything is new since the new DLC arrived this week, I'll let you guys know. But besides that, I'm just not heading up to safe zone, safe room 5 and DZ5. But we will head to DZ3, and I'll let you know what's in that safe room coming up next. Alright, so we arrived up here in DZ3 on West 39th Street in the safe room. Let's see what this Dark Zone weapons vendor has to offer this week. Alright, first up we have a M249B LMG, 204 Gearscore, got to be rank 80 in the Dark Zone for 970,020 Dark Zone credits. This one has 63,907 DPS, 7,322 damage, plus 26% damage to targets out of cover. This one has Restored, Vicious, and Unforgiving. Next up we have a Black Market AK-74, 204 Gearscore, got to be rank 80 in the Dark Zone for 108,043 Dark Zone credits, 84,281 DPS, 10.7 thousand damage, plus 22% enemy armor damage. This one has Brutal, Predatory, and Deadly. I love this roll for this weapon. Too bad that's a 204 Gearscore. If it was a 229, I would say this is the weapon to buy for this week. Moving on, we have a Military Scar H, 229 Gearscore, got to be ranked 90 in the Dark Zone, 258,961 Dark Zone credits, 81,042 DPS, 25.1 thousand damage. This one has plus 156 headshot damage. It has Intense, Sustained, and Brutal. As far as blueprints go, we have a custom M44 Blueprint tool, 4 Gearscore, got to be ranked 75. This costs 214,017 Dark Zone credits. Then we have a military MK46 Blueprint, 204 Gearscore, got to be ranked 75 for 214,704 Dark Zone credits. And that's going to wrap up our weekly vendor reset. I appreciate you guys watching. Follow me on Twitter at RiseUp44. Please like this video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the new vendor there in the underground terminal. So right now we have several vendors to choose from. We have the one in the base of operations that we've always had. Then we have the new terminal vendor. Then we have the terminal blueprint vendor. And then we have the brand new underground vendor who has a ton of awesome weapons this week. They're just wicked expensive and you got to rank up and you just got to grind. But if you're able to do that, you're going to have some definite options this week. And then of course we have the Dark Zone vendors, but like I said before, I'm only coming up to DZ3 to show you what weapons are available. And that's going to do it for this week's weekly vendor reset video for the division. This is RiseUp44 on Nalio Gaming. I appreciate you guys watching. Please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next week for the weekly vendor reset. Peace.